Hello, grade 1. How are you all today? I hope that you are all well. Today is Sunday and we have a vocabulary lesson. So this week we're starting a new story in our Journeys book 1.6. And the name of that story is The Dot. So, first we will begin with our vocabulary words. These can be found on pages 10 and 11 of Journeys Reading Book 1.6. And this week we will be studying vocabulary words 1, 2, 3 and 4. The learning objectives for this lesson are that all students will be able to read and comprehend, meaning understand, the vocabulary words. Students should also be able to use all of the vocabulary words in complete sentences. Let's begin. I want you to take a look at this picture. Who are the different people that you can see in this picture? Where do they seem to be? Who is that person standing up beside the chalkboard at the top of the room? What's happening in this picture? Who is sitting beside the little girl helping her with her work? Do you know the name of this person? What is their role or job? That's correct. They are a teacher. A teacher. A teacher is someone who helps others learn new things, or a person that helps people to learn. Teachers often work in classrooms in schools. At the moment, teachers are working on the computer teaching. Teachers are not always found in schools. For example, look at this dance class. The lady on the right is teaching the students how to dance. Therefore, she is a teacher. Do any of you go to football or soccer practice? The man that is standing here, you might call him a coach, but he is also another type of a teacher, as he is teaching the kids how to play soccer. Teacher. Let's move to our next word. Can you tell me what the girls are doing here? They are looking very closely at their work. What does this little girl have in her hand? That's correct, it's a magnifying glass. She is also looking at something very closely. The flowers in the grass. Our next vocabulary word for this week is studied. 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 And studied is the past tense of the verb to study. It means looked at something closely. This can be a book. In school you study your work before a test or before an assessment. It also means spend time learning something and gaining new information about it. So it is not simply just looking at something. You must also be learning and taking in information about what you are looking at. Let's move on. What sort of an expression is this girl showing on her face? How do you think this boy is feeling? What is the emotion that he is feeling? That's correct. He is surprised. Surprised. Surprised is an adjective. Remember, adjectives are describing words. And it's feeling or showing surprise. A feeling of sudden wonder or astonishment, especially at something unexpected. Meaning something that you did not expect to happen. Like a surprise birthday party. Have you ever had a surprise party that you didn't know was going to happen? Or have you ever been given a gift from someone that you did not expect to get? This is a surprise. And you were surprised to get it. Now we will move on to our final vocabulary word for the week. Look at this man. In the game of soccer, in what direction do you kick the ball? In golf, what direction do you hit the ball with your golf club? Our final vocabulary word for this week is toward. To go in the direction of or closer to someone or something. In a position facing toward someone or something. This word can be both a preposition, meaning a place of position, or it can also mean to go in the direction of something. So, for example, if you see your mom or your dad coming, you will run towards them to give them a big hug. Let's review our vocabulary words for this week. Number 1, teacher. Teacher. Meaning a person who helps people to learn. Number 2, studied. Studied. The past tense of study, meaning looked closely at something whilst taking in new information. Number 3, surprised. Feeling astonished or in wonder of something unexpected. And number 4, toward. To face toward someone or to move in the direction toward them. Teacher, studied, surprised, toward. Now, let's take a look at our lesson activity. This is our activity for today. It says, please use the vocabulary from the word bank to fill in the blanks. Here we have our vocabulary words. Teacher, studied, surprised, toward. We will take one of the words and fill them into the correct blanks. Remember, you may only use the word one time. Sentence number 1. I was blank when my dad got me a new bike. How might you feel when your dad gets you a new bike? Choose one of the words from the word bank. Number 2. My blank helps me in math class. Who might help you in math class? Who is there to help you in math class? Choose the correct word from the word bank. Number 3. When school finished, I walked blank the gate. When school is finished, would you walk in the direction of the gate or would you walk away from the gate? Please choose the correct word. And finally, I blank a lot before my science test. What would you do before a science test? I blank a lot before my science test. I want you now to complete these 4 questions. As a homework activity, I want you to create sentences of your own. Let's read the instructions. It says, use the following vocabulary words in meaningful sentences. Again, we have our new vocabulary words: teacher, studied, surprised, toward. How are you going to put them in sentences? Please be as creative as possible and do not forget to include capital letters and correct punctuation. Best of luck, everyone.